Cookies for you. Well, my fingers to you. In your pants. You have been duped, ladies and gentlemen. You've been lied to. You see, somewhere along the line, people got it in their head that, oh, The Rock is the most electrifying man in the history of sports entertainment. Oh, The Rock is so dreamy. Oh, I wish The Rock would put a baby in me. I am here to tell you today, friendos, that The Rock is the worst thing to ever happen to wrestling. Oh yes, Mr. Part-Timer has done more to damage the credibility of professional wrestling since anyone before or after. Need I remind you of what he did to CM Punk? So let's take a look at Mr. Electric, at Mr. Waste of Television Time, shall we? Oh, his promo work! His promo work was amazing! 10/10 on the promos! Every week, the man said the exact same thing and the exact same order. Every week. Finally, The Rock, who are you? Now this is the part that gets me. Is there any way that The Rock could have done a more masterful job of burying his opponent than with this one line? Because every week he comes out and he looks at his opponent and he goes, who in the blue hell are you? And his opponent goes, well, I'm, and he goes, it doesn't matter what your name is. What credibility does this man have? He fell for the same damn trick that everybody falls for every week. This man is an idiot. He can barely tie his shoes, and I'm supposed to believe he's a professional wrestler? It's like back in the day when Hogan used to hulk up. Good job burying all the heels, Hogan. Yes, because he'll be like, oh, he's having a seizure, I better punch him. And then he'd punch him and Hulk would keep... Well, what would have happened if Hulk would have hulked up and the heel just rolled out of the ring? And Hulk be all, ooh, you! You know, that is one thing I will give The Rock. During his rematch with Hulk Hogan, Hulk did his Hulk thing up and he did the you! And The Rock looked at him and went, yeah, you're Hulk Hogan, fuck you! It's the one good thing The Rock did. Unfortunately, he buried Hogan in the process by making a complete and total mockery out of the divinity that is Hulkamania with the simple gesture of, you're a fucking joke, fuck you. Way to bury the immortal one, Rocky. What the hell was I talking about? Well, let's move on to his move list. Because you see, not only did The Rock bury talent and make a mockery of the legacies, he stole the moves while they were at it. You know, yes. Do you remember Farouk? Remember the Nation of Domination? Remember how magnificently The Rock cut the legs out from that one? And not only did he bury Farouk to the point that not even the wrestling god JBL could resurrect his career, not only did he ruin any chance Farouk had of ever being taken seriously, he stole the man's spine buster. The Rock Bottom was nothing more than a bastardization of the bookend. More on Booker T later. The sharpshooter. Oh, here's a good one. So you see, what happens is Vince McMahon screws the kindest, loyalist, most... this man was too good for this world. He was the closest thing to Jesus since Jesus, and you screwed him in his own country. I tell you what, I stopped watching wrestling after that. Until Raw came on the next night. So they screw Brett, and then the next year, you see, it wasn't enough that you screwed the man. The next year, you have to mock what you did to him. Oh yes, Rocky, Mr. Oh, watch me put man. Oh, look, we're recreating the screw job, and now I'm going to walk around and pretend that I'm the man that invented the sharpshooter. the worst of the worst. You want to make wrestling a joke. You just want to look at the fans and go, oh, by the way, this is just bullshit. Well, if you were going to do that, what I would do is I would wear an elbow pad solely for the purpose of taking off that elbow pad. And then I would frolic through the woods. And I would continue to frolic through the woods. And then I would drop an elbow. An era of stunners and pedigrees, cross faces, Texas clover leaves, frog splashes, cradle pile drives. You're going to beat somebody with an elbow drop an elbow and get a 3 count. Way to bury them! Couldn't even kick out of an elbow drop. Credibility do you have? I even remember a match where he did his frolic through the woods, where's Winnie the Pooh? And then like 5 minutes later he went to do it again, but he realized he didn't have an elbow pad. So he pretended to take one off. You thought Mr. I keep my hands in my pockets was making a joke of wrestling. You thought imaginary hand grenade was making a joke of wrestling. You thought the rewind remote control and the slow motion of Mr. Corbin were making a mockery of wrestling. This man pretended to take an elbow pad off, frolicked through the woods, and then dropped an elbow. Now, Mr. Hollywood left. Oh, look at me, I'm the Scorpion King. Fuck you, I have no loyalty to you bitches. See you later. And he goes to Hollywood, and wrestling finds a new token black guy. And he's charismatic. And he's captivating, some might even say electrifying. Oh yes, Booker T himself, Mr. G.I. Bro, the No Limit Soldier. Well, we can't have a black superstar get bigger than The Rock, now can we? No, so what does Mr. Hollywood do? Well, he comes back and he buries Booker T. Then they give Booker a belt and we're like, oh, maybe Booker will recover, maybe. No, Mr. Part-Time's not done yet. Gotta bury him again. Gonna bury him with his own move. WrestleMania, the night the legends are born. Greatest spectacle in all of sports entertainment, nay, all entertainment. The main event is sacred. It is a reward for dedication, for breaking your body 357 days out of the year. Night in, night out, blood, sweat and tears. What is it all for? It's for that coveted Mania spot. Unless, of course, you're a part-timer who thinks you're a country singer and has boo-boo. Oh, I never beat Austin in Mania. I beat him 736 times. But never at Mania. So I'm going to come back and I'm going to take up 20 minutes of TV time each week, and am I going to put over the match? No, I'm going to pretend I'm a country singer, because fuck wrestling. You don't want to see wrestling. You don't want to see up-and-coming stars. You don't want to see epic battles. You want to see me sing about syrup-sucking mother Canuckers. That's what you want to see, and that's what you're going to get. But I will do something else when I'm here, actually, you know, as much as I love wasting TV time and taking it away from people who actually deserve it. I feel the need to, we need to find an organically over face, yes. Who could we have? The Hurricane. The who? No, fuck that. He's the Hamburglar. Bury that bitch. I'm going to bury him, and then I'm going to bury Austin, and then I'm going to leave, and then I'm going to come back, and I'm going to bury Punk, because I have no respect for this business at all. Fuck The Rock. Fuck Vince McMahon. Fuck the WWF. I am done with you until you are on TV again. Seriously though, if it wasn't for you, wrestling we'd be back in the Attitude Era with CM Punk on top, but no, you had to bury him, you son of a bitch. I hate you. Fuck The Rock.